Hi guys, so I'm going to cover a bunch of topics for teas. So I got a request from FrameMaker wanting me to go over a few topics. So I'm going to talk about heat and light sources, humidity, cricket, and Sling care. So let's go for the heat sources. So I got a lot of people asking me, are heat mats recommended for tarantulas? I would say no. Heat mats only heat certain parts of the terrarium, so those are called hotspots. So if a tarantula digs, because you tend to have warm substrate on the top, like surface heating, but as the tarantula digs down, the substrate should begin to cool. But since you have a heat mat on the bottom, it gets hot. So a tarantula gets very disoriented and very stressed, and it can go on a hotspot that can actually burn itself quite badly. So I don't recommend you using any heat mats for a tarantula. So what I recommend is buying a little portable heater. This is a home ceramic twin heater. I keep my room around 80 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit, so I'm comfortable with that. I live with that. I love the heat and have no problem living in these conditions. So that's at light sources. So I don't even use any light sources for my tarantulas, if you noticed. But I just use a sole bedroom light. It's one of those energy light bulbs. Those little. They kind of resemble like this. So I have one up there in my bedroom light, and you can see it's quite bright. And that's what I use to light my tarantulas. They don't like light. They prefer being in the dark. So I get more active teas that way, and I can make great videos. Like I can show you, give you an example. My Megaphobema robustum. Usually she's in her cave, but she's out. Pretty sweet. And let's see what else. Oh yes, I forgot to mention, do not expose your tarantulas to sunlight, because it's really harmful for them and they can burn themselves from the light rays. So you want to be careful about that, because from UVA and UVB radiation. So you really want to avoid bringing all your tarantulas away from sunlight. So that's the light sources. Humidity. So basically you could buy sphagnum moss. Sphagnum moss is a great way to keep the humidity up. So I'll show you what sphagnum moss looks like. This is from my curly hair tank. So this is what sphagnum moss looks like. Great way to keep the humidity up. I recommend this. You can buy them in plant stores. And if you have mite problems, I recommend you using sphagnum moss to keep the humidity up. Let's say especially for wild caught specimens like my Ephobopus marinus, which is the skeleton tarantula. So misting, I buy this cool multi-purpose sprayer that I bought from Rona for about $10. All you do is just pump and you just spray. I spray my tarantula tanks at least once or twice a week, which serves as a good humidity. So that's about it for humidity. Now, use a humidifier that you can get from a local store, or you can go to Walmart, some Zellers, anything like that. You can just buy a humidifier, and you can humidify the room. Especially in winter, it's very, very dry, so it's really important to give the proper humidity to your tarantulas, especially for a species like the Goliath bird eater, Theraphosa blondi. So that's about it for humidity. Now, Sling care. I got a message from Jake Gaynor, wanted me to talk a bit more about Sling care. So I'm going to get my Sling. So slings vary in size. I would say a good sling is around maybe 1/6 of an inch to, I would say the biggest sling is an inch. So this is what a 1/2 inch tarantula looks like. This is my Firmictopus cancerides, the Haitian brown bird eater. This is my new tarantula that I got last Sunday. And I got here an inch or 3/4. This looks like an inch. Poecilotheria petersoni, which is the ghost ornamental. So he asked me what type of parade should I use for teas this size. Well, for half an inch, say like this, I would recommend, for tarantula that size, I would recommend feeding pinheads. Pinheads are like little baby crickets. They're tiny, tiny, tiny. You can buy them at pet stores, or if you can find fruit flies, that would be an excellent food source for half an inch or smaller. Or you can buy those little mealworms, like really, really small, which would be great for the for slings around that size. For slings this size, to be honest with you, I just give it an adult cricket and they take them down. Especially Poecilotheria species, they're really, really awesome eaters and they're really great hunters. As you saw in my Metallica video, really awesome tarantulas. So, that's about it. So, oh yes, I forgot to mention also, slings require a bit more humidity than their adult counterparts, because at this size they're unable to drink well, they're too small for a water dish. So what I do is I just keep the substrate very moist so that the tarantula can actually drink the water. Like here I missed the Cancerides tank, well, the capsule, and you have a little water, so the tarantula will actually get humidity from that. Okay, so now the last topic is cricket care. Okay, so I don't have any crickets, so I'll show you what I do with my crickets. Because I don't have any more, so I'm going to have to get some this week. Okay, so usually I buy, for $17, I buy 350 large crickets. Yeah. So mind you, this stinks like hell. Okay, so here's my cricket tank setup. So I have vermiculite. You can use potting soil. For hiding places, they love egg cartons. So I just have 3 full-size air cartons and I just cut them up. So food, water sources, always have a water dish. I just have a little cotton with some water in there. And then for food, I recommend getting lettuce and dog food, and also carrots, because this will really gut load the crickets and give proper nutrients to your tarantula. So, see you guys later.